projects that can actually take you to the next level of your career. Let's say you're already a web developer. Maybe let's say you're already a front end dev. Maybe let's say you're already a full stack dev, but you want to delve into smart contract development. This is the perfect place to be, because we are not just going to train you on smart contract development. We are going to place you in internships in different blockchain projects. We are going to also link you up after you've learned to build real life projects that people can use. We are going to get hired by blockchain projects in different blockchains. So ApexLab is that place where you come in, even as a beginner. We are going to learn front-end development, you are going to learn back-end development, you are going to learn smart contract development once you follow the courses we are going to be offering. And in doing that, you are going to become a full-stack blockchain developer from scratch. We go down to that level. And also, if you are not, maybe if you already have some skills with front-end development, maybe you have some skills with back-end development too, but you want to transition into software development, you can come in and we are going to give you the full training for that. Now, we are majorly based in Enugu State, and we have an office in Enugu here where you can come in every day, depending on the time you have for your training in that particular week, of which if you join, you'll be given the schedule, and you are going to come in every day. You work with a team, you work with the tutors that are going to be available for you, and you are going to learn every single thing that it takes for you to become great. There's going to be internet, free internet that is going to be available for you. There's going to be 24/7 power supply that's going to be available for you. So even if you don't have maybe you don't have a class that day, you can always use the office as a place to work on your project, work on yourself, and get better. So you are not just getting the training, you are also getting an environment that is going to be perfect for your development, meaning you are going to find like minds, you are going to connect with people that are focused on crypto and blockchain development and building product that is going to change the world. Now, before we come into this, I want to know what are the backgrounds of some people that we have in this webinar. So if I will go one by one and ask you guys, what are your backgrounds? But before I do that, I'm going to ask that. But before I do that, I want to introduce the two other co-founders we have here. I want to introduce Tony Brandit. He's the product co-founder, and we have Daniel here. He is the technical co-founder. I'm the business dev co-founder. So three of us, we are going to be putting all this together. Majorly my work is to, when you guys are being trained, I'm going to get you guys, link you guys to blockchain foundations, SWI Foundation, OG Labs Foundation, different foundation, even Ethereum Foundation, and you can have this paid internship there. You can also have projects that need your services, and we actually link you with them after your training when you really learn it, and you are going to learn under them, and also sometimes you are going to actually start working instantly. So this is not just a training you are going to be having just for training purposes. You are going to learn it, and you are going to actually be placed where you are going to work. That is why we have this structure of 3 different people handling all the core parts of your development and your placement. So I'm going to allow Tony Brandy to introduce himself. I'm going to allow Daniel to introduce himself. Then I'm going to start meeting you all one by one. So quickly, Tony Brandy, please, can you please introduce yourself? Tony Brandy, are you free?
Yeah, I'm free. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. GM guys, my name is Tony Brandit. I'm the brand designer for this project we're working on currently. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you very well. You still want to go on?
No. I don't know if there's anything.
Okay, yeah. So Tony Brandit is going to be the one in charge of the branding, in charge of the products you guys are going to be building, because one thing we are going to incorporate that you will not see a lot is that in your training, you can actually build stuff that can
Go.
make insane amounts of money, because in blockchain and in crypto, we have these periods whereby there is something new and trending. Let's say, for example, now we have something like Cloudybot, and there are AI agents that are actually doing really well. And you can begin to build AI agents. They are not really that hard to build, if in quotes, and you can start building those AI agents. And there are companies, a lot of companies that require people, that require devs, that need people that can build AI agents for them. So we, as you are undergoing our training, you can have assignments, you can have projects. A lot of projects are going to be on the way in your training, because you only learn by building. So we are building focused academy where you are being trained by awesome tutors that we are going to be bringing, and these tutors are going to train you, and you are going to build on this project that can actually make you money. And Tony Brandit is going to basically be the one that does all the branding for any different project you have. Any project you have, you are going to have real life application of those projects. So whatever project you are going to be building is going to be deployed real life. So you have this feel over time. By the time you are done with the training, you would have built 5 to 10 to even 20 different small to large projects that can help you have a feel of what it means to be a real-time builder in the Web3 space. Real-time builder, not just for mouth, where you just go, like, for example, in Africa, which is a very good thing, we have this huge number of people that are into social media and influencing. But what we are doing here, what we are focused on is I'm actually a social media marketer and influencer myself. What we are building and what we are developing right now are developers, builders, people that are going to build projects. So this academy is for builders. If you know you are a full stack developer that wants to transition into blockchain development, smart contract development, this is for you. If you know you want to learn development at all, like you just want to start from scratch, software development, this is for you. But where there is an advantage on why we are the one for you is maybe you like crypto, you like blockchain, and you want to now channel your development into blockchain development. Now, why I'm saying it this way is this, because most times you go to most of these schools and they just teach you software development. They keep you just like that. A lot of software developers do not have jobs, to be sincere with you, even in Nigeria. But in Web3, no matter your skill level, there is a higher chance of you building something that can actually make you develop yourself faster. And it's a new field where the knowledge and the expertise gap is not really that high. Let's say you are a normal Web2 developer and you want to get hired for a job. The skill requirement is extremely higher than that of a Web3 and blockchain smart contract developer. So the advantage is enormous on what you can do. And it is a faster route or a more easier route because it is actually a new stream of income right now. Many people have not taken advantage of it. I'm going to be showing you some few people that I've met personally that are into this, that are doing incredibly well. So I'll allow Daniel to come in and talk about his expertise. He's a technical co-founder, so he's going to talk about what he's going to be pushing you guys to do, how he's going to train you guys, and on what area he's going to train you guys, so you know his expertise and know what to expect if you are going to be interested after this webinar for the training. The training is going to be real life, and we are also going to be launching a like an online class. So there's an online course majorly for blockchain smart contract development and crypto in entirety. You're going to start from the scratch of how came about crypto, what is it about, like everything from like as if you are a 5-year-old. That's how we are going to take you from there till you become a developer, full smart contract developer. You don't need to have any experience at all. You don't even need to understand what crypto is all about technically. Now, this Apex Lab is not a social media influencing training. So I just need you guys to be very clear on that. We are not a social media influencer training. Most times, you are going to have very high connections to foundations, individuals that are project founders, like from different parts of the world. Me personally, I travel a lot to meet them. So I travel to Dubai for and Singapore for every year for the Token 2049 day. I get to meet founders, and a lot of them, even recently, I think last month, we needed a Move developer. So because of that, this is why I came up with this academy, me and my co-founders. We want to build people, we want to train people that are going to learn smart contract development. And whenever I have these people that want to learn this, that need smart contract developers, we can, from our own academy, offer them these people. They really need them. They really need builders. A lot of time, Daniel can tell you he's overwhelmed with the number of clients that are requesting, and only him cannot attend to all of them. That is why we are launching this academy that, okay, when we train people, we can recommend our people to these different companies and different blockchain. And when you also learn, you can become part of the people that train others, because smart contract development is not popular. And the gap between those that don't, the gap between coming from even Web 2 to Web 3 development is too wide. If you don't have tutors, if you don't have people that can train you and who can lead you in the right direction, you are going to make a huge mistake. So Daniel is going to come up and give you guys some tips on what to expect from the training and all that. So please, Daniel.
Yo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
All right. Thank you so much. My co-founder, Augustine, the great sweet intern. Thank you, Tony Brandit. You're actually doing well. And thank you all that joined this webinar. You guys are the real VIP. You guys are the real VIP and MVP. So my name is Neji Daniel, and you can call me Natochi. That's Neji Daniel Tochi. You can call me Natochi. So this Natochi is not linked to Satoshi. No, this one is I just combine my two names together, and I love it. Now, welcome to ApexLabs. Just like my co-founder has actually said, is a platform that is not just all about academy. It's a platform with executable plans. It's a platform with executable plans because we have actually seen the gap that has opened itself in the blockchain world, mainly in Africa here, and mainly in Nigeria here, and not just in Nigeria, all around the world. Because as a technical person, because I'm the CTO of this of ApexLabs, as a technical person, I have actually, in so many instances, observed and seen this gap. So what is that gap? The gap is very simple. We are just consumers here. We are just consumers. We are just consumers. I have never seen where consumers are the people topping the charts. The people topping the chart are what? Are producers, are builders. We have the numbers here. There's this last crypto event that I attended. I think it was organized by Movement Blockchain. So this is what I actually observed there. The event was even for developers, but when I counted number of developers, when they were introducing each other, one another, we counted number of developers there. We are I think just three among all those that came, which means even among those three, the job is overwhelming. Again, it's overwhelming to them. So we are in a field that we have a lot of consumers, a lot of knowledge theoretical people. Because you will not tell me that there's nobody here that have not heard about blockchain, that have not heard about technology, that have not even heard about AI. But we are all consumers. Just like Sui Inten said, consumers, not just consumers, we are bad as equally consuming. How are we bad? We turn the consuming to even content creation. We turn it towards content creation, where we can, brand ourselves as if we are builders, but at the same time, we are the consumers because we are not on the chart. So this is what gave birth to what? ApexLab. Now, in this ApexLab, I will just say a few technical stuff so that technical stuff in a layman understanding, because I like making things very, very simple. Before I go on, I want to say this. We are not in the era, because some of you will be like, some of this knowledge, you can get it out there, we can do this, we can do that. Oh yeah, go to ChatGPT. Go and do it there. This is not something you can do if somebody didn't put you through, or if you don't dig deep enough. And these are the mistakes so many people that are into development have made. They think that they can do it on their own. At the end, what happened? It's just only few that can cross that line. The rest, what happened? Nobody is guiding them. They have paid a lot of money for people to teach them. Some started with web development at the cost of JavaScript or PHP. They got lost. Some even crossing those paths in terms of web development. So if I say web development, I mean building in Web 2. Because here we are combining the two. We are marrying the two, Web 2 and Web 3. We want to know where they have met, and link them together and make sense out of it in a very layman understanding that you can toy with these things. So like I was saying, after paying those amounts of money, what happened? Some of you here can testify if you have actually been into development. You have paid, they have built something, they have taught you. Now, take system, build, let's see. You cannot build. And some of them will still be looking for who will actually teach them. So what we are doing here is that we are going to hold your hand technically. Those things that you think that are so difficult, ranging from Web 2, because we are moving from Web 2 to Web 3. If you want to be a web developer, ApexLab is perfectly for you. Because there is no way you are going to do blockchain if you don't have the knowledge of front end. At least everything you are going to build, if it will run on the blockchain, people have to see it. People have to click a button. People have to connect wallets. These ones are what? Are front end. You see it now. So if you want web development, we are here for you because you are going to cross that path, whether you like it or yes. Now, if you say, okay, I want to know how to develop websites, Web 2, do your front end, we'll teach you both front end and back end, no problem. But ApexLab, due to the fact that we have a vision and plan we are following, right? The key point here is getting people to make money. Getting people not just to make money, to know how to build, because building is making money. Now look at this. Look at this. In Nigeria, if you talk about blockchain, in fact, we are the fourth country in the whole world that are, let me say, very popular in crypto and blockchain consumption. But how many builders do we have? ApexLab, physically, we are in Enugu State. Even though we run remotely, we teach online. In this Enugu State, how many developers do we have? Good ones. And this one is not all about AI. Even with the AI, you can't just toy with blockchain without you knowing what you are doing. You can't just toy because of security reasons. How many developers do we have? Not the one that we are just saying it by saying sake. People that are actually building something. I'm not saying we should be 100% perfect, but building, let's start building. That is where the money lies. That is where the world will take us serious. And that is what ApexLabs stands for. Now, we have We have front-end development. Now, look at this, because this is Web3 intersecting with AI in ApexLabs. But you know that before you can get to Web3, that's a blockchain development, we are going to do some interaction with Web2. So we have front-end development where you can build those fancy stuff you can see, button and rest of them. Now, we have back-end development. If I say front-end and back-end, there are two keywords here I want you to know. Of course, most of us have known, but let me just say it. We have Web 2, we have Web 3. Now, before you can talk about Web 2 or Web 3, there is Web 1. Web 1 is a static internet where you can come to a page, the page is not moving, you come there, just read news, just like newspaper, read news, you will not do anything there. Web 2 is now the web site, the web aspect, the internet aspect, where you can do what? You can even read news and comment and disagree to a particular news because there's a comment section, right? Which means we are not interacting with the person that posts the news, which means we are now getting to a part of at least you can say your mind is, we are looking for freedom. Web 1, there is no much freedom because whoever posted the news is in control of those news. Your own is to consume. But in Web 2, people now start saying, it's not better we voice our opinion because all these things, we are all looking for freedom. That is why there is Web 2, where you can now read the news, you can comment. But there is a problem. The problem is that this Web 2, if you read the news, the government or anybody that controls this can post a news. Anybody can even post a news. You can comment. But the problem is now, you think you are not getting freedom because Web 1, you can read the news, you cannot comment. Web 2, you can comment. But the problem is this. Those things you are commenting, where is this located? Where can you locate it? That is Web 2 land. That is what they call server. Somebody is controlling that server. Which means both what you posted and the comment somebody commented and the things you are refusing, tomorrow the person controlling the server will do what? Will take it away and can even manipulate it. Even the bank is aspect of Web 2. Something can still happen. They will log you out of your accounts and rest of them. Which means if you want to build a web developer and building Web 2, you do your front-end development and learn front-end and back-end. You are building under the land called Web 2. That land, you are not the one controlling it. It's just few companies are the one controlling it. Which means you are building on their land. It's the same skill, because you have front-end skill, back-end skill, but you are building on the server. Your data is being hosted by these large companies. But Web3, that is where we now say, okay, look at what happened in 28, where they have the black swan, the market crash, people that save a lot of money, that's supposed to retire with the money. What happened? If they lost all their money because they were interacting with a website that has a back end, but the website and the database of that website are hosted on a server controlled by a few persons. Both their banking details and everything, their trade and everything, the market crash because those people that you hosted on their land, they can go to the back door and manipulate it, and you will not know what happened. That's exactly what happened in 28, where the market crashed. Everybody, in fact, many people, in fact, that is what gave birth to what? To people now start asking, what is the way forward? Because, like I said initially, we are all looking for freedom. That is what gave birth to what? Web3, whereby we say, okay, no wahala. Instead of us now building in your land, learning front end, learning back end, we now come and host it and build it on your land, where you can easily shut us out. It's not better we now build on the open land, which is now the blockchain, where everything can be verified. Every information can be verified. That is what gave birth to the what? To this Web3. And whether you like it or yes, no, can't you see AI is booming? But why is it that the people that matters are not pushing blockchain to the layman? The government will not push blockchain to the layman understanding because they know that is where the freedom lies. Because they want to be taxing people. So that is what gave birth to what? Blockchain, which means you can now build, but the land you are now hosting, you can build your front end, but your back end will no longer be what? Built on their server, which is on their server. You cannot host that back end. The back end will now be built on the blockchain. It is the same skill. Nobody, in fact, it is the same aspect of learning. Which means if you are getting this understanding, you now see why ApexLabs is there. ApexLabs exists. Because with this understanding, this is where we are going to make it so understanding, even the development aspect, because that is where people are having issue. They will tell you, to learn all those things is very, very difficult. Now, in order to build, before I drop my mic, because we are going to be having series of webinars, because I've seen that, just like I was discussing with my co-founder the other day, we found out that the issue is not that we lack information. The issue we have in Africa is that we lack people that can genuinely lead others. And again, those that are led, that are going to be led, that's the youth, they are not willing to do what? To make a sacrifice on this emergent tech, right? So technically, if you come to ApexLabs, even if you have not done anything that was front end before, don't worry yourself. If you have done front end before, perfect. Because the key word here is what? Is the blockchain at the end. Now, some of you will be like, where will the AI come in? Just like my co-founder said, we are building, we are builders. Now, in terms of building, we have AI agents. We are building on Web 2 as well as mostly Web 3 too. So once you join us and become intern, because the full package, we are going to teach you, train you, and you become intern here. And once you become intern, you have access to mentorship. And the AI packages will mentor you to build. Will build alongside with you. But that one will be almost free, if not free. I think for now, let me just put it this way. So that's just it. So now, before I go, the languages we use to build on blockchain, I will just say one thing about it so that you know the opportunity you have. The truth is that we don't have much people building on the blockchain. We only have consumers, and those few ones that are building, they are the ones on top. And by God's grace, that is where we are heading. Even our slogan said, "It built for the top." That's where we are heading. So, if you join us on time, these languages we are going to use, Solidity to build on Ethereum land. Remember, this is a matter of land, but this land is not blockchain land, where we don't have just few people controlling it. It's a land. Now, Ethereum land is called the EVM. EVM, we call it Ethereum virtual machine. The language you can use to build is Solidity. But one thing about EVM is that many people copied their machine. Therefore, there are some top blockchains that copy their machine and modify their machine and modify their land. They copy their land and modify their land. Maybe they found one or two issues they think they will fix. Even Ethereum has the best security in terms of being the first in the market. So it has first mover advantage. That's he entered the market on time. So it has a first mover advantage, because once you enter the market on time, just like we are saying now, you have advantage more than others. So some copied Ethereum and they modified the chain, such as BNB. BNB copied Ethereum, I think in terms of is EVM compatible, then Polygon, Arbitrum, and the rest of them, some of them that did well. So if you learn Solidity, you can build anything on the land. If I build, for instance, I built a staking DAB. with Solidity. I can deploy it on Ethereum. I can deploy it on Polygon. I can deploy it on BNB. I can deploy it on any Ethereum virtual machine. That is why Solidity is very, very powerful. That is why Solidity is very, very powerful. But EVM has, that Solidity equally, has little issue. The issue is that the smart contract, that's those code that you have written to deploy on any EVM chain, have their states on the smart contract. I'm going technical. Their states, if I say states, I mean those data you want to store are on the smart contract directly that you are writing. What does it mean? And this smart contract of EVM, that's Solidity, if the machine is executing it, it's going to execute it line by line. So if it's executed line by line, what it means is that first come, first serve. And with this now, even though it appears that it is fast, it cannot be as fast as we want. It cannot process many transactions all at once. We call it TPS, transaction per second. So you cannot process much transaction all at once because the codes, the states are stored one after the other on the smart contract and itself. Have you seen it? So that is why the TPS is not high. Even though we have a lot of blockchain that are running on Ethereum virtual machine. But this is one of the issues Ethereum has. Then in terms of other one, security, we'll talk about, we have other webinars, we'll talk about them. Now, this single issue gave birth to some other smart minds, coming on board to say that, how can you be executing this code line by line and the states are all stored, the states are all stored on the smart contract? Meaning that if somebody wants to access a particular state, maybe I want to access the price of a particular token, and we are 10 persons or 20 persons that want to access the price of a particular token on Ethereum virtual machine smart contracts, that's EVM smart contracts. I am going to wait for one person to do what? To access it first. After accessing, then I will access. Now, we are all going to access this one after the other. This is what is called non-parallel execution. Non-parallel execution. Meaning that for me to access, if we have something in common that we all want to access, we are going to do it one after the other, which means it is going to take time. Now, this is what gave birth to something like Solana architecture. Somebody then came, some group of smart minds came on board and decided to do what? To build something that is not what? That is not going to be taking time, whereby if we want to access a particular thing, or maybe not even a particular thing, few things, because even in Ethereum, you want to access something, you will still do it line by line, no matter what it is. The smart contract will run again. Now, these people now came and said, is it not better if we want to access some things, if we don't have something in common, is it not better you access that thing? I will not wait for you. Go and access it so that I can be accessing on that thing. This one can be accessing. So if we are 20, we can actually access different things parallel, meaning that we are not intersecting each other. We are not stopping each other. That is what gave birth to what? Solana architecture. And it is it increased the speed of transaction execution. If I say increasing the speed, it means the amount of time it will take somebody to wait for a particular a transaction to go through before I can now submit my own. You don't have to wait again. Therefore, the transaction per second time is now what? Is now high. Meaning that we can have a transaction submitted independent of my co-founder. He will be doing his own thing. We are still on the same Solana land though. He will be doing his own thing on different states, because I myself, I'm not depending on him. I'll be doing my own thing in different states, which means I can actually have my transaction submitted very fast. Therefore, the transaction per second in Solana is very fast than in what? Than in almost all the EVM chain. But all the EVM chain has what? Has advantage because there are some areas, such as in security, that they reign supreme, right? So that is why Solana architecture came in. Now, people now see that this is brilliant because it introduced what is called parallel execution. If you have done maths here, parallel means that if two lines are parallel, it means that they can never meet each other. Right? You'll be going, if it's pointing north, the other one pointing south. They will not intersect each other. They will not come and, entangle as if they are kissing each other. They will go in a way that they can never meet each other. That is what Solana introduced. That's parallel execution. And Solana is built with what? With a language that is one of the hardest, according to what they say. Even though I've done the language, according to what people are saying, which of course I equally experience, is one of the hardest language on earth to learn. But we are going to make it easy for you. We are going to make it easy for you. See, nothing is actually difficult. Yeah. Nothing is actually difficult. It's just that you have not come to somebody that has understanding of that thing. Or you have not dig deep enough. Because digging deep enough can actually throw you off balance. But digging deep enough and persisting, maybe because somebody is holding your hand, or maybe you can actually by yourself motivate yourself. But we have only few people that can actually motivate themselves initially. So, but we are going to make it easy for you because we'll guide you. I've actually built some cool projects on Solana. I built token generating app, DAB. We call it DAB. Because if you are building on the blockchain land, it is called DAB, decentralized app. If you are building on the land that people will control, that's a server, which is Web 2, that's Web Development Web 2, right? It is called app. So I have built some cool projects in Solana, whereby all you have to do in that DAB, once you come on my DAB, you are going to do what? Create token. Instead of you to keep on buying people's token, you can easily put your token name and put your token what? The supply, and deploy it automatically on the Solana ecosystem. And if you want, you can let others buy your token. In subsequent webinars.
A launch pad, right?
What do you say?
A launch pad.
Yeah.
Yes. More like a launch pad. More like a launch pad. Yeah.
He's just Upstart Boy. He's just giving kind of an example of some easy projects that he has just done, because we have already created some beginner projects that we are going to introduce people with. So he is just giving you an example of some of them. So this is one of it. Yeah. So we are going to do some things in the place of a launchpad, even bigger than that. But this launchpad and token generation smart contracts, he's just giving you easy smart contracts that you can.
Yes. Okay.
Solana, yeah.
Okay. So God bless you. I'm just giving you instance. Why I give this instance, so that those that are coming newly, they will have a glimpse that this power can be in their hand. That this power can be in their hand, right? Because all of us have been using launchpads and co. Though I just made it in a way that is easy. You can just deploy a token, go and check it on this thing, see your supply and rest of them. Right? See your supply, you can even transfer, because I put you can transfer and co. But this is just a glimpse of what we are actually going to be building by God's grace. Why? Because there's no point of playing small. That's my own understanding. But whatever that is worth doing is worth doing well. Even though there are some projects that are complex, it is human that build it, right? We can still do it. Yes, we can still do it.
So quickly, one thing you would have learned from this is that Mr. Daniel here, Nakochi, is actually someone that loves teaching. So some of you may have known him. One of the best teachers you can ever find in Enugu. Whatever he dedicates his time to teach, it's almost certain that you are going to get it. So, and why this academy is actually going to be the best coming out from the East is because of the fact that we are going to actually build this and build it well. The environment we are going to be having access to is going to be insane. So we are going to train you, we are going to connect you to places, because let me tell you the difference between Nigerian devs and foreign devs. One big difference on why Nigerian devs are being always put down or um, looked down upon is because they do not have experience working in foreign companies. An example is someone that's studying computer science abroad. He would have most times gone to intern at Apple, at Google, at Microsoft. Most times they will intern there. And in Nigeria, we do not have those companies to intern at. Very few companies, one or two that you can intern at is like maybe most times those companies even offer training. You go and they offer training, you go and they offer um, their own services to train people, and they even collect money from people instead of actually offering people internships. And sometimes you can't blame them. They do not need that level of workforce that Google has. So in that case, we now have to look at what other way can a developer, because development is not just about one thing. I realized I'm a field developer. That's why I'm now into business and marketing, because I try to learn development, and I noticed that there are few stumbling blocks. One, many people lack where they have light. Many people have where they lack um, data, uninterrupted data. Many people lack where they have. So all these things, before you conquer them, it takes a lot of money, and you have to be eating. So because of all this, we've put this all into plan. We've looked at, okay, that how can we make a place where all these things that are the stumbling blocks of crypto and of software development is not going to be the stumbling blocks of those that are going to come into our academy. So what do we do? What we did was, okay, we are going to provide you with light, we are going to provide you with internet, and we are also going to now provide you with a way of sustainability. How? We are going to make sure that this is a project-driven learning. There is no guarantee that maybe if you come, you are going to become a millionaire, but you are going to have the opportunity of becoming a millionaire. How is that? We are going to build projects in your journey that can actually earn you insane amounts of money. So we are going to collaborate with you as a developer to build incredible projects, to build incredible you can even launch meme coin with, like he said, when you learn how to deploy smart contracts and create tokens, you can actually launch a meme coin with that idea. And we are going to work, you can work with someone like Tony Brandit to help you brand it, and you can market it. And if it does well, fine, you made your money and you are still working, you are still learning. So it makes the learning process to be both happy for you, it makes it to be great, and also that limitation of not having a big company to work with, not having a big lab of something like Google or Facebook to go and intern at. It's limited, it's cut off in Web3, whereby you can work with foundations from Nigeria here remotely. They are going to train you, and in place, you are going to also work with them, and you can also help them in getting and training, because a lot of Web3 foundations, blockchain foundations, they like hiring people to help them to train others. So when you are coming in as an experienced dev from ApexLabs, you can actually, we are going to work with some of these blockchains. They are going to hire you as interns. You are going to work with them, and you are going to be trained by them so that you can train others. And in that place, we are going to get paid. So there are lots of opportunities you are going to have working with us. I posted something on the group. This Polytop Lab is a Nigerian project. I met this guy. His name is, I think his name is Shegun. Forgotten his other name. I met him he went viral recently in the Web3 space, if you are conversant. He is the one that launched Hyperbridge. He's the co-founder of Hyperbridge. There are two co-founders. And these guys have raised over $5 million in funding, and they have incredible bridge. They are the number one bridge on, I think, what's the name of this blockchain? Dot, which is, yes, it's Dot. If you know the token they call Dot, they have the biggest bridge. You can bridge in and out of dots. Right now, I think they bridge even different blockchains, Ethereum, and every new blockchain that comes out, even Hyperliquid. So if you are conversant with them, these guys are doing incredible. I know another guy that has his own lab, OG. His name is Frena Dev. Maybe I'll send you the link. You can also learn a lot from him. Let me quickly send you the link of Frena Dev. You can look him up. I met him too. He's doing very well. He has a lab, and in his lab, he works as partners with all his developers, and he recommends them to different jobs, and they make a lot of money. So this is his lab. This is the guy, Frena. You can even read he makes a lot of tweets for developers in Nigeria in the Web3 space, how you can level up, how you can learn it a lot and start earning from it. You will see that everything we are doing is 100% legit, legal, and it's all possible. There are people that have done it. I'm showing you those people that have done it, and these are people that you can look up to and you can even contact. I can help you contact them. Maybe if you want to reach out to hire people. In fact, I'm going to try to get them to have a webinar with us in the future with our team for those of you that are going to enroll in our academy. So finally, I will not forget the giveaway. I'm going to actually drop their winners of the giveaways in this chat immediately after this call is done. Immediately after the call, I already have my winners. I'm going to drop them. So just as a side note, 15 years ago today, Bitcoin crossed $1. And if you look at it right now, you'll be like, wow. So there was a time Bitcoin was $1. Yes. Whatever you want to do, you need to have plan to invest into what you want to do. And whatever you want to do, it is important. Let me tell you my story. I entered crypto 2021 at the end of 2021, and I got into NFTs. I founded an NFT project which did incredibly well. We sold out on Cardano, and also from there I transitioned into trying to build a project. That was where I got this whole idea to do something with Daniel, and I could not build it because all the devs I was trying to hire in Nigeria, I could not find. In the entire Enugu state, I could not find a good smart contract developer for Cardano smart contract development. And I noticed that most of these blockchains are looking for people that can even help them train more people. Many people are looking for developers. More than 10 people like me were looking for. The person I contacted was from South Africa, and he told me that he had more than 4 people contact him to help them build a project. The only person that agreed to build a project for me was charging me $150,000 per year. I was supposed to pay him, I think, $3,000 every month after I paid him $70,000 just to start the project. It was crazy. I was like, is this even possible? But I got to find out over time, after the project, I couldn't build it, that a lot of developers charge and labs because they work in labs. They work as a company, which is what we are building. The goal is not just training you. The goal is after training you, you work with us. You can go and work on your own, no problem, but you can work with us to kickstart your career, and we can help you, link you up to different people that want to build projects, and they pay you and you build these projects for them. And the goal is that when you are being trained, after you learn it, you are going to actually make a lot of money from it. That is the goal of everything we are doing, in fact. So today, Bitcoin was $1 15 years ago. So if you have a 15-year-old brother or sister, you are going to know, or if you're 15-year-old yourself, Bitcoin was actually $1 when that person was born. Now imagine you buying it then. And that's the same thing that's happening with this first webinar we are having at ApexLabs. Imagine you are going to invest in yourself today. Imagine you are going to enroll for our class, whether offline or online, because if you are paying for the offline, you are going to have online access. So that's one thing you'll be sure of. And if you are going to pay for the online access, you just have online access. But if you want to have both online and offline, you have to pay for the offline access, except here, maybe you are coming to Enugu State. So we are going to be dropping our packages that we are going to have. You can enroll for any of them. If you want to enroll for any of the package, please send a DM to Tony Brandit. He's going to get you enrolled. If you want to see us, if you want to see our office, you can start. We are going to be around from tomorrow, so you can come see us. You can come see us, and and instantly get to know where we are staying, see if we are real, and see where we stay. So it's not going to be this thing of, okay, can I trust these people? Where are they? Who are they? No. That's why I'm showing my face all through. So if you want to screenshot my face, you can actually screenshot it. If you want to verify my details, my name is Augustine Elioku. You can verify my details. Currently, I'm a CMO of the biggest data aggregator on SWI. I'm the CMO of that aggregator, Noodles. Let me show you. So you can quickly go to noodles.fi. I'm going to send you the link. It's like the desk screener on SWI. So this is not my first time. Everything that concerns building a product, I have been in the process. In fact, I don't know if any of you know. Let me get you to. I want to show you something. So quickly, so quickly, let me send you this. So if you look at this post, you will see us pitching our project here. Now, in this article, you will see the first picture on the article is us pitching our project to Kevin O'Leary, that's Shark Tank in Singapore, then the founders of SWI. So Adeni and Costas. We were pitching our project to them, and we got funding. So we are going to be building projects on ApexLabs. So if you train with us, if you learn with us, we are going to join us in building. We are going to help you. It's also an incubator, not just an academy. We are going to help you build the project because we are going to be the dev, we are going to be the co-founder and the main co-founder. We are going to help you to get grants. We are also going to help you like all the business development work that's going to be done. We are going to help you do that. We are going to tell you how to the best blockchain to launch or where you can get grants so that you can have fun to build your project and all that. So it's a whole lot. Anything you are confused about, we are going to drop the address to our office. You can come meet us tomorrow. You are going to see Tony there. You are going to see. If you also want to see me there, I'm going to be there in some days. You can also come and see me. And also, anything you want to ask about the training, we are going to be starting 1st of March. So whatever you want to do, whatever confirmations, whatever questions you want to ask, if you want to come and see the environment you'll be learning at, you can come. We do not need 1,000 people. We also need 1,000 people. But if we have 5 people, 10 people, 20 people that are dedicated to learn, I can promise you that because we are not just hoping on you just collecting your money and that is our major source of income. No. The company is based off on working hand to hand with you. So after we train you, we are hoping with so much and we are quite really certain that if you actually follow through with our curriculum that is very, very rigidly prepared, we are sure you can launch a product or you can work with us in partnership. So we can make money together, we can grow together, and from there, the money we are going to make together is 10 times or even 50 times more than anything we can earn from your fees they are going to pay to learn this programming language. So we are not just after your money, we are after you learning, we are after working with you. One thing I learned going to Asia is they work more in partnership and in groups than in isolation, which is something I think I'm hoping to bring that culture also to ApexLab. So guys, I'm so happy seeing you all. I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaways, don't worry. And aside that, if you are interested, please, I'm going to tag Tony right now. So Tony, I'm going to tag him. You can DM him if you are interested. He's going to send you the list of our different programs, front end, back end, full stack, and full stack with blockchain. So he's going to send you, or if you want to just learn only blockchain development, that smart contract development is also there. He's going to send it personally to you. You register your interest. If you are in Enugu or around the East, let him know. If you are not from Enugu, also let him know so that we can keep you for the online course that's going to be launched on our website. We are going to drop that too. So thank you all. I'm really happy to see you. If you want to say anything, please, if you want to ask any questions at all, you can ask here. Does anyone have any question?
Sorry, please, I
Yeah.
want to ask, like, this whole, so is it like, will there be friends that will have to pay money or something?
Yes, you pay to learn. It's a skill you are like every other training center. You may know of Dream. What do they call it again? Daniel, I think these
Digital
people,
dreams.
Digital Dreams, you know them. You know Genesis. You go there, you have to pay to learn. So you have to pay to learn. It's not free. If it becomes free, people will not. Nothing free ever is valued. So that's a short thing. So you pay to learn, but you have to meet Tony and register your interest, and he will tell you how much it is. If you are interested, you go ahead. We are also going to be hosting other webinars during the week. So for new members that have missed the former webinar, they can be in the new one to learn about the project. So are you okay with that? Okay, Sammy, you want to ask something?
Yes. Okay, so I am, joining from Ghana, right? And
Wow.
then I wanted to find out how will you guys be able to factor me in,
Yes.
taking into consideration my location?
Yes. What I'm trying to say is this: we have a training. We have a training that is online. We have the online courses. So we noted that some people will not be able to join directly from Nigeria, especially the southeast. In fact, the southeast Nigeria, Enugu State, Nigeria. So if you are not in Nigeria, we are launching, currently we are recording all these videos, all the tutorials. Are you there, Sammy?
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
So we are recording these videos and we are going to launch it. But you can also message Tony.
Okay.
So when you message Tony, yes, he gives you the details on how to register for the online class, because you have the website is like this is just like something like Udemy, but it's focused.
Right.
Because if you go on Udemy, like, let me tell you why ours is different. Sorry, I know you want to say something, Daniel, but I want to tell you something. If you go on Udemy to go and pay for a course, what you likely see is course that someone has put there for like 4 or 5 years ago. Web3 is as fast as hell. It's crazily fast. Like, it's too fast. Very, very fast. Because something that is okay, let me give you an example. They want to turn down, or they want to wind down the use of JSON. If you are really conversant with JavaScript, you know JSON, JSON. They are winding it down. This is Web2. Now imagine Web3. Web3 is crazily fast. Like, you have to be conversant with what's going on. This is why our team is here. Our courses are going to be very, very recent. It's going to be focused on the now. And you are going to always be updated. You can always reach out to us. All our channels are going to be there. You can request for a live session with any of our founders, with our technical people, that they can show you, okay, this thing you are doing, you are not doing it right. This thing you are doing, this is how it's supposed to be. And they are going to schedule a time. There's going to be a time they're going to have in the week for all our online people. And wherever you are having issues, you raise it up, he's going to answer you. So we have that into consideration too. So those that are not in Nigeria, those that are not in Southeast Nigeria, you can also register. We'll give you the details of that. He will send you the price list and when that one is going to be live. But the one we are starting, that we know that is going to be starting on the 1st of March, is the offline tutorials. But online tutorials, you guys we get on our back. So any more questions?
Okay. Thank you.
Daniel, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I have something to say
Okay.
to Sammy, so that he will actually, in fact, you have answered it perfectly. But this is not exactly like what you are doing online. It's not exactly Udemy or Coursera, because we know that we have so many people that have certificates, but they cannot do anything, right? In fact, I have someone, maybe the person might be on this space. I meet him physically. He told me that in fact, he's coming physically to the class. Fortunately, he's in this, he's come physically to the class, that he has paid, in fact, he has watched so much YouTube videos, he has paid a lot, some courses online. In fact, he said he will show me all those things, even Coursera, Udemy, and at the end, he can't just get it. He can't just get it. So you cannot remove the what ApexLabs is trying to do in this first year, because I think this first year we are launching is a golden year. Because I myself, I'm one of the followers of Naval philosophy, Naval. So Naval on Twitter, you can check him out. I can't make a lot, spending my time in teaching. We can't make a lot. We know that. But we cannot, even at that, I and my co-founders, we can't get the best out of these people if we don't give them the time for the first. And the only time we can give this time is in first year. We can give this time is in first year. So for the online, we still give you the time because the courses will be online. But the live session, in fact, we can have live session where we code. There's something called, if you are using a VS Code, there's something called VS Code we use in coding. We have VS Code Live, where people that are participants, everybody on that live session, we use MS Team and the VS Code Live. We'll be having one same code base. We'll edit together, we'll run it together, we'll see how everything is going together. On the live session, just like a boot camp, but this one is more practical because we are not just coming to a boot camp to come and go. You are coming to become part of us. In fact, if you take our full package, you automatically an intern here. And remember, intern automatically is the best thing that can happen to you if you are in a growing ecosystem. Because those things you learn as an intern, of course, as an intern, if any project comes, you are part of it already. Have you seen it? You are part of the project already, and you are learning with projects. So the online will be so fierce because we don't just want to limit ourselves here in Enugu, but because we are building globally. Basically, we are building global business. So that's what I have. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Finally, we want to tell you that if you are a blockchain dev and you are here and you want to work with us, you can hit me personally up. Hit me from the group. You can just hit me on WhatsApp, Augustine. Hit me up on Telegram, whatever you want. I'm going to reply you. We want to work with you. We are also creating a network of developers. So if you're a developer, a strong developer, or even if you are not very strong, but you want to polish your skill, we can work with you in polishing it, and then you work with us. We have a number of projects we are building. We have people that come to us that want developers. Developers is the most rarest things in Web3. We want these developers. Anytime you go to any project in Web3, they're always looking for developers. So we have connection to numerous developers and projects and foundations that need these developers, that need people to go help train developers that can work for them. So if you are one, message me. If you need to learn and brush up your skills, still message Tony. So Tony is the one you need to register, and he will get you registered. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy. I'm going to be announcing the winners this moment after I am done with the live stream. I've already gotten my winners, so I'm going to I can announce it here, and some of them may not be in the live stream. Someone messaged me that his network is very bad, that he will not be able to be in the live stream. I said, okay, no problem. So I'm going to just type it down inside the Telegram group. All of them, once you see your name, message me on WhatsApp and get your prizes. So thank you, everyone. Nice to see you. See you guys in the next webinar. And also in the group, we keep on updating you guys with a lot of stuff that we have. I'm also a trader. You may be surprised. We also have trading, and like numerous stuff is coming. So maybe you have people that also want to learn how to trade. I'm also a full-time trader. We are also going to, one shocking thing in trading is that trading does not exclude even developers, because most developers like you guys are going to be the ones that can build this automated. People that trade, they don't know that they can automate their trading strategy. This is what hedge fund does. Hedge funds. So we are going to train you how to use Python to automate your trading strategy and execute it with Binance API, Bybit API, and stuff like that. A whole lot of stuff that we do here in Apex Lab that you may not even know about. But glad you guys have listened to me. See you all later. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.